just dangerous with the off shot here.
I'm Jason, I'm 53 and my actual profession full-time is a property developer. So that's what I do for a living. But of course I've been running the boxing club for 20 years plus. Nowadays, if you've got a boxing club that's a proper Boxing England registered club, if you can make sure you've got someone who's got a background in boxing, it's going to help you because you'll know how to get them carded, how to put them on the vault. It's a system they use when all the boxers are on that and everyone can see who's fought who and so forth.
My name is Bradley Malcolm. I'm 27 and I'm the assistant manager at the Charles Bradlaugh pub. Getting carded just means you get your medical card. So the club organises a doctor to come in and do all of the medical checks to go over to see if you are fit to box so that they can then it essentially ensures you to be able to do some sparring and get actual fights.
My name's Toby Bassett and I'm an amateur boxer. I've had about 17 to 20 official fights. To be fair, with the fights, it's hard, mentally, physically, but that's, the challenge of it all.
Hello, my name is Ethan Bird and I am 13 years old. When I was around 8 years old, I used to get bullied quite often. So I used to just go home crying to my dad most of the time about all this bullying. So my dad just signed me up to boxing and I've loved it ever since.
Boxing Tots class is the 5 to 10-year-olds and this is both girls and boys. They straight away get discipline comes into them and also there's natural aggression in kids. If it can be directed into something that's positive as opposed to frustrated 7-year-old smashing up the door because he's just full of energy and nowhere to put it.
Probably one of my favourite bits is that when I get angry a lot of the time, I've got something to take it out on. It's fun sometimes, punching stuff.
But you're not going to get in any way involved in too much physicality initially because you're going to learn about how to box first. So it's good for you. They'll now have the best time ever and the fitness is through the roof.
My name's Christopher Meadows. I'm a project manager for an IT company. I played a lot of sports, rugby and football mainly, and I injured both of my knees over different times. Tore my cruciate in my right knee, that was like the biggest one. 2 pretty major operations, so I've not got a lot of cartilage in my knee. I wanted to go back to doing sport, kind of narrowed it down to boxing so I can get my fitness back up without injuring my knee any further.
From a person who's personally suffered from depression. Boxing, it's the physicality, which is great for you because it releases all the serotonin and endorphins. It kind of forces you, whether you like it or not, into lots of people and you're all sharing the same journey.
I've smoked cigarettes for 15, 16 years before coming here and was drinking most nights I'd say at home. So yeah, I was getting very unfit. That deterioration in my physical health led to a deterioration in my mental health. So when I started coming here, I started to, get fitter, get those endorphins running and feel more confident in myself.
It's all a mental thing with me. You worry about pain, getting knocked out, hurting your wrist or anything before the fight. But as soon as you hear that bell goes, you just focus and, carry on. I've had my nose broke before, but you just try not to think about it and just carry on with the fight because you've got so much adrenaline.
That same mental acumen that you build for the boxing, that equips you for other stresses in life. I think all sports are good for mental health, all sports. And if you've also got mental health where someone's got some aggression in there or perhaps some fear or lack of confidence, boxing is going to feed into removing the fear and give you the confidence.
I'm actually been quite combat sport orientated all of my life. When I was really young, I used to do karate and jiu-jitsu and things like that. A few years ago, I moved to Northampton And then I was just looking for something to do to keep me fit, keep me active. And Jason came into my pub and we got talking. He mentioned he runs the gym, so I thought I'd come down and give it a try. And I instantly fell in love with boxing.
I started when I was about 10 or 11, Kung Fu, Wing Chun. Got good fundamentals from it, but it weren't really, as I said, hands-on. But then I found out about, boxing, and straight away just clicked to me. I knew it was for me straight away.
I got involved in boxing from about the age of 13. The option was boxing or get involved in petty crime that leads to bigger crime. Those of us that got into boxing, we saved ourselves from going to prison. And nowadays, the big push is the knives down, gloves up. You can leave a gang and still be street cred if you're a boxer. It's very hard for something else to replace that masculine clique of a gang. Boxing does that. Your respect and dignity is still there, but you can step away from the gangs. The police work with us a lot with this because they want them to see the damage they do with knives. But with a glove, well taught, it's a better journey. For me, it probably changed my life.